journey. She had always held a special place in her heart for the sea and its boundless expanse. Her love for the water had roots in her childhood. By age 16, she had become an adept surfer. The memory of family trips to the seaside, where she first discovered the joy of surfing, was etched in her mind. The university announced the upcoming summer holidays, and just 1 week remained until their adventure would commence. The excitement in the air was palpable as they meticulously packed their bags. Mia, ever the enthusiast, made sure to carry her beloved surfboard. It was more than just a piece of equipment. It held a part of her heart, a link to her fondest memories. 2 days before their scheduled departure, they eagerly booked their tickets. The group comprised 5 members, including Mia. On the day of their flight, they gathered at the airport, their enthusiasm and anticipation evident in their smiles. The flight was scheduled for 9 a.m., and they should have checked their bags and settled into their seats. As they soared through the sky, leaving their homeland behind, they couldn't help but take in the breathtaking views below. The journey to China was not only a physical one, but also a spiritual and emotional adventure. They shared stories, laughed, and took countless selfies to capture the memories they were creating. Upon landing at the Chinese airport, their eyes widened with wonder as they took in the sights and sounds of a foreign land. It was their first time in China, and the airport alone was an adventure. Eager to start their journey, they decided to head directly to their destination. After a quick search, they found a comfortable hotel by the sea with stunning ocean views. They checked in and enjoyed a hearty lunch before retiring to their rooms. The long flight had exhausted them, but their spirits were high, knowing they would soon explore the sea. In the evening, as the sun cast its golden glow over the sea, they decided to venture out to the seaside. Mia, with her surfboard in tow, couldn't contain her excitement. The prospect of reconnecting with the waves was exhilarating. The friends settled on the beach, enjoying the tranquil beauty of the sea reflected on the harrowing encounter. She couldn't help but be grateful for her life and the love of her friends. Once a place of solace and adventure, the sea had revealed its formidable power, but it had also shown her the strength of her spirit. The experience also permanently altered Mia's friends. They had witnessed nature's raw force and the human spirit's resilience. The incident would forever remain etched in their memories, a testament to the enduring bond of friendship and the indomitable will to survive. In the history of India, the tale of Mia and her courageous battle against a tiger shark will be remembered as a story of triumph over adversity. It was a reminder that even in the face of the most daunting challenges, the human spirit could prevail, and the bonds of friendship could withstand the test of time and terror. Brought it closer to shore. Hungry and curious, it sensed movement above and ascended toward the surface. Naina felt the thrill of the waves beneath her as she deftly positioned herself to catch one of the big ones. With a mighty push, she propelled herself onto the crest of a wave, riding it with exhilarating speed. But as she glided, the shark surged upward, closing the distance with astonishing speed. The tranquil surf transformed into a chaotic battleground in the blink of an eye. On the shore, sunbathers and fellow surfers gasped in terror as they witnessed the horrifying spectacle unfolding offshore. The lifeguards stationed along the beach were the first to react. Their training kicked in and they sprinted toward the water, their red rescue buoys in hand. Naina, however, was alone in the midst of the turmoil. The hammerhead shark lunged toward her with terrifying force. Its enormous jaws gaped open, revealing rows of sharp teeth gleaming in the sunlight. Naina's heart raced and fear gripped her, but her instincts kicked in. She fought back, using her surfboard as a makeshift shield, pushing it between herself and the predatory shark. The shark's immense power slammed into the board, sending shockwaves through her body. Naina cried out in pain as she felt the board give way, splintering under the force of the impact. In the chaos of the attack, Naina's will to survive burned brighter than ever. She thrashed and kicked, using every ounce of her strength to fend off the relentless predator. The water churned around her, a frenzy of splashing and roiling waves. Meanwhile, the lifeguards were closing in. Their powerful strokes sliced through the water as they raced toward the unfolding tragedy. Their training prepared them for this moment, but the situation's urgency weighed heavily on their hearts. Naina's strength waned with each passing second, but her determination remained unbroken. She could see the shimmering surface of the water above, tantalizingly close. Her lungs burned for air and she fought the panic threatening to overtake her. And then, just as her strength was on the verge of giving out, the lifeguards arrived. With swift and practiced movements, they pulled Naina from the water, shielding her from the hammerhead's final ferocious lunges, the peril she had faced. Her family, now frantic with worry, watched the harrowing scene unfold from the shore. With unwavering determination, Ada finally reached the safety of the shoreline, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and relief. Her family rushed to her side, their faces etched with concern. When they saw the blood on her leg, their anxiety deepened. Quickly, they whisked Ada to the nearest hospital. The doctors examined her injury and determined that it was not too severe. She would need some time to recover, but her life was not in immediate danger. They advised her to rest for a week to ensure proper healing. As Ada lay in her hospital bed, reflecting on the harrowing encounter, she couldn't help but undergo a profound transformation. The incident had served as a wake-up call, forcing her to confront the consequences of her cold and distant behavior. Ada's family, intensely relieved that their daughter was safe, showered her with love and support during her recovery. They spent quality time together, sharing stories, laughter, and heartfelt moments. Over that week, Ada's outlook on the story of Mark Anderson and his daughter Emily was not just a terrifying encounter with a hammerhead shark, but a testament to the strength of a father's love and the enduring lesson. But she was alive. She lay gasping on the sand as the lifeguards worked quickly to assess her injuries. Bruised and bleeding, she clung to consciousness, her gaze fixed on the endless expanse of the ocean. The spectators on the beach watched in awe and relief as Nena was carried to safety. Nena's story spread throughout the town and beyond in the following days and weeks. She symbolized resilience and courage, a testament to the ocean's unpredictable pickup truck. Today, he had planned a special father-daughter fishing trip in the Aguadilla Bay area with his 11-year-old Emily. Mark cherished these moments with Emily. It was a chance for him to share his passion for fishing, instilling in her a love for the sea. He couldn't help but smile as he watched her excitement grow, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. They arrived at the quiet pier by the break of dawn. The emerald water stretched out before them, glistening under the rising sun. Mark expertly prepared their fishing rods, explaining each step to Emily. She listened attentively, hanging on to every word. As the day progressed, father and daughter enjoyed the tranquility of their surroundings. The rhythmic waves crashing against the shore provided a soothing backdrop to their shared experience. Mark was in his element, teaching Emily to cast her line precisely and patiently. She watched him intently, absorbing his every move, and a crucial tactic for shark encounters, targeting the shark's most vulnerable areas. With fierce determination, he zeroed in on the shark's broad, hammer-looking head and eyes, striking out with all the force he could muster. The surfboard became an extension of his will, a weapon against the relentless predator. Time seemed to stand still as Leo battled the hammerhead, the ocean's swirling chaos of foam and fury. The shark, frustrated and injured, retreated into the depths, leaving behind a turbulent maelstrom. As Leo paddled back to shore, his body trembling from the adrenaline and exhaustion, he couldn't help but reflect on the harrowing encounter. He had survived, but the emotional scars ran deep. The ocean, once his sanctuary, now held a new, unsettling. Emily's eyes lit up as she watched them, her curiosity piqued. Mark knew the importance of safety in the ocean. He had always taught Emily to respect the sea, emphasizing the need to stay close to the shore. As he stood by her side, watching her dip her toes into the foamy water, he couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. She was growing up so quickly. Unbeknownst to them, the moment's serenity was about to be shattered. In the distance, a shadowy figure lurked beneath the waves. It was a hammerhead shark, a majestic creature that usually kept its distance from the shoreline. The shark, however, had strayed closer to shore in search of prey. Its acute senses detected movement in the water, and it began approaching, driven by instinct. Mark focused solely on Emily, who was now waist-deep in the water, her laughter mingling with the sound of the surf. Suddenly, the shark surged forward, closing the gap between itself and Emily in seconds. The sea erupted in turmoil as the massive creature lunged. Mark's heart stopped as he saw the unmistakable shape of the shark's fin breaking the surface. With lightning speed, Mark sprang into action. He charged into the water, his years of fishing experience kicking in. He grabbed Emily and yanked her out of the water just as the shark's jaws snapped shut inches from her legs. The force of the shark's attack sent a shockwave through the water, creating a frothy tempest. In the chaos of the moment, Mark's instincts took over. He waded back to shore, clutching Emily tightly in his arms. Panic rippled through the small crowd that had gathered on the beach. The lifeguard on duty rushed to their side, assessing the situation. As the adrenaline coursed through Mark's veins, he felt relief and fear. Emily, trembling and wide-eyed, clung to him. The lifeguard called for medical assistance and ensured that Emily was safe. News of the shark's close encounter with the young girl spread like wildfire. Concerned residents gathered, discussing the incident in hushed tones. Mark's hands trembled, and he couldn't shake the image of those razor-sharp teeth snapping so close to Emily. Mark and Emily found themselves at the center of attention, always heeding her father's lessons about respect and caution. The bond between father and daughter, driven by a profound sense of duty, and the knowledge that her watchful eyes could make all the difference. But today was different. Today, after several years, Emma had the rare opportunity to indulge in her love for the ocean. Her duties had been particularly challenging lately, and she had yet to find a moment to step into the water for herself. Today, she decided, would be that day. She longed to feel the rush of the waves beneath her feet, to experience the exhilaration of